What's up, everybody? This is Saber94. Got a TCG match with our Rhyperior Claydol deck. Mega Rock return. Rhyperior returning into some action. One of my favorite Pokemon. Really like it. I like a lot of, DP and Gen 3 Pokemon, of course. Rhyperior is something that I used in game. I like using a Rhyperior deck in the DP era too. That was the one from Primal Clash as well. It was pretty cool. That's about it. I mean, it didn't get too many great cards. So we're going to open up with Greninja. That's a good start. If I can open with this guy. Gives you that early draw, much needed until you get the Barrel, because we don't really have any other way to draw in this deck, unfortunately. And my opponent opened up with the bird thing, which I still don't know the damn name. So I have a couple of nest balls. We're gonna get a second Rhyhorn, and I got the Pofin too. So I guess I'll use this to get the Bidoof and a Baltoy. And then for the last ball, we're gonna get, I guess, another Baltoy. Makes sense. So use the Greninja to draw. Draw two, see the candy, and an Ultra Ball. Now, this isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not, of course you want to get the Barrel as soon as possible with Ultra Ball so you can draw. But if you can get like evolve into the Rhyperiors quickly too, at least if you evolve into one quickly and get, these pieces out of the hand, get the candy and the stuck evolution Pokemon out of your hand, then you can draw effectively with the Barrel. Because when you got those guys stuck, even if you got the Barrel, you're still screwed. So I got a Rhydon and a Rhyperior in hand. So if everything goes according to plan, they'll be out of my hand, even if I can't really use the Barrel yet. Okay, so we got, I think, a favorable matchup going for us here. This is Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR, a deck that's been gaining popularity ever since the set came out, thanks to the new stadium. You got more space to the bench, so you can get out your Dodrios, get out your Noctiles, get a bunch of shit. With more Pokemon down, you spread more damage that way. You got more space for the Gengar, so you can do some crazy ass damage. And as a colorless Pokemon, you can even use the Glass Trumpets to power up. You don't even have to use DC if you don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to discard the Rhydon actually and get the Barrel out. I could have evolved it into that, but we're just going to sacrifice it. If I see the stage 2s and the candies, I'll get by just fine anyway. Draw 5, the best value with the Barrel. And what do you know? We get the second one out. Perfect. I get the Claydol out too, so we're looking pretty good here. I don't have any energies attached, but we got our evolution Pokemon very quickly out, so that's still pretty good. Now, the benefit I got against this deck, why I say it's a favorable matchup, is because we kill this thing in one shot because of the weakness, and I'm sure this guy doesn't like that. Also, my Pokemon give away one prize as regular Pokemon, so all the extreme damage you can do, even with 8 Pokemon on the bench with damage on them, I don't care if you're going to hit me for 400, you're still only getting one prize. So that's the other benefit. We're just going to naturally outpace this guy, provided we can set up and keep attacking. That's how it is. Sometimes, this is another thing with Pokemon TCG. It's just so simplistic sometimes. You already know what the outcome is going to be from the beginning sometimes. Provided you get the setup, you already know what the outcome is. The ×2 weakness is just something so huge. The more Pokemon get extra HP and give away multiple prizes and shit, the more important the weakness becomes. In the TP era, the weakness, obviously, it was important too, but it wasn't always ×2 on most Pokemon. It was actually ×2 for the SPs and maybe some level X's and maybe some Pokemon like Wailord, or maybe I think there was an Aggron card maybe that had ×2 weakness to fire. maybe I'm wrong. Some shit like that. It wasn't like a damn auto loss. I mean, sometimes it was, depending on your matchup. Like, there were just some decks, like if you were a fighting deck playing against Gyarados, you never had a chance. But, like Donphan, for example, it's something that comes to my mind. You know, Donphan Prime, Gyarados killed it with the weakness. It also had a resistance to its attack, so it was an impossible matchup. But besides things like that, you know, that specific example, weakness just wasn't everything. It was important, but it wasn't everything. Now in Gen 3, the weakness was ×2. And obviously that does obviously matter more, but a lot of Pokemon didn't hit for that much damage. A bunch of the strongest ones do, of course, but there was just a lot of variables. It's kind of tough to explain. I'm more familiar with the DP era than the Gen 3 era. But anyway, I guess let's get back into the present. So this guy didn't get a kill yet. I did get rid of his stadium, and I'm spreading my energies around because I couldn't really switch and shit. So spread my energies around and at least make sure that one Rhyperior can attack when I can. I just gotta dump fighting energies too. Let's see. I did attempt to get rid of his stadium, but I knew that he was gonna just get it back. So 180, I mean, crazily enough, he did hit the Greninja, but he couldn't kill it. He just did 90. So I had like an extra turn, even though I couldn't really do much. So right now, I'm not gonna search anything, or I'm gonna search something with one of the search cards. What we want to see here is a way to dump an energy. I gotta draw and dump an energy. And I see energies, but no way to dump them. So he's gonna get another free kill on my Rhyperior, no less. So this sucks. This really sucks. It's a reality with this deck. Can be very inconsistent. Sometimes it's just super consistent and you just draw your whole deck immediately. But a lot of the times you're just gonna be bricked. Just like with the Thorns though, just gotta be patient. It's not game over yet. We can hit this thing for weakness. You've only taken one prize so far. It's gonna take another one. But then next turn, I'm gonna be able to attack with Rhyperior no matter what, and I'll kill this thing. And then from there, we just gotta hope we can get more of the Rhyperiors out quickly enough. I got a Rhyhorn down, I got the other Rhyperior in hand. Got a Cereal Candy. Probably gonna want to see Super Rod soon. But it's still game on. It's not over yet. His deck is pretty thinned out as well. Just lots of drawing. 13 cards left. His dudes are basically powered up. He just needs to evolve them. Gengar comes down. Damage pump. Doesn't matter. You can do that. Zoom and draw. Even more draw. Even more draw. With the shoes. Goddamn, even more. Yeah, he's decked out almost. Like, I'm guessing he's looking for another VSTAR. But, you know, these decks, when they go so turbo, they dump a bunch of shit too. So I don't know if he dumped a few other copies. Anyway, we see a candy. Beautiful. That works out so nicely. So I can draw reliably. Draw 2. See my own shoes. And I reveal the energies. Good. I'm just gonna get rid of them. Make sure we get the plus with the Claydol. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty okay now that I got another Rhyperior down. I was about to say Rhydon. Yeah, these guys' names, I mean, trying to talk all over the place. Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Rhyperior. You can get tongue confused sometimes. So get the one-hit KO. Fight him back. Even prizes. If you can get the VSTAR out, he's definitely going to kill me again. But then I'll respond back with the Rhyperior. And then, you know, he's going to be in trouble. We gotta see, though, the Super Rod. Like, do I have another Rhyhorn in the deck? I wonder. I know that I discarded a Rhydon. One Rhyperior is dead, and another one is gonna die this turn. So, it's just gonna leave me with maybe one option left. Anyway, goes for an Eo-No. We got Bibarel, so this shouldn't bother us too much. See a few things that can fit in my hand. Good. I think I'll be alright. But it doesn't appear he's seen the stage 1. I mean, if you can't kill me this turn, you're going to be in trouble. I'm not even going to need a third Rhyperior. He's staring at the screen, so I think we have our answer. Yeah, I mean, attaches a DC. I don't know what the point of that is. He's going to try and go for the 3 energy attack, but I mean, it's going to be shitty. And he just scooped. Hey, I'll take it. I was probably going to win anyway. But great, GG for Rhyperior. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What-ay?